possibly a change in characters based on what the colors were. But anyways, we're going to stick with the tried and true Plasma Beam, the Coach Steve team going in. And honestly, I was kind of seeing signs of the infamous gift between between Coach Steve and Flux, where he inched up and got the air throw and immediately went back to the character select screen. And my deja vu actually worked in my favor there because the air throw did end up resulting in LT's favor as Morrigan goes down.
The instant death on Morrigan is scary, but KJ still has access to that Vergil in the back. Oh, still has access to the Morrigan. Don't leave this character alive. Don't leave this character alive and then put yourself in a situation where she could potentially get out safely. Okay, this is LT put some fear in my heart right there, but the fear is going into Doom's heart right now. Oh no, LT is very much fishing for that zip infinite again. I think that's actually. I think in a scale of winning being a 5 on the list, that he wants the infinite at like a 15 or something, because there have been so many attempts in this tournament. And here we go. This is either going to take the remainder of the time, because this is one of the few infinites, if I'm not mistaken, that actually does damage at a slower rate than Dante's, and Dante's is already a timeout infinite, so Airborne, have you seen any non-Spencer Zip-related movies you've enjoyed recently?
Oh,
there we go.
Well, we'll get to the movies another time, maybe if he finishes the Zip Infinite. But right now, Vergil comes in. Oh, unfortunately, drops the confirm off of the round trip. Spencer was crouching at the time, so he wasn't able to fully embrace the confirm. We do see a falling light into X Factor, though, on KJMASTA's side. The Dark Angel is loose. The Rapture is happening. Embrace Ragnarok as Dr. Doom gets hit, getting punished off of the blocked foot dive. Nova coming in. What can he do?
He could get hit. Unfortunately, I think that he wanted to do something other than getting hit, but getting hit's what he actually did this time. And as I said before the match, maybe snapping the Vergil is worth it. I know that you have really insane incoming mix-ups, LT, but the KJ is a very fundamentally solid player, and even that falling light in the wrong direction was enough to just take the entire game. But I think that it's important to note that even if your goal is to snap in Vergil, it's entirely reasonable to kill Morrigan first and then try to do that when you get Doom, because this character also needs to die. She's a problem. She can just like take so many resources from your team and is worth getting rid of.
All right, this time we're not going to see him drop the combo this time, as he does go down forward zip and a down zip with the tried and true Universal One. Gets the air throw on the guard break on KJMASTA's Dr. Doom. Probably going to be snapping in this Vergil soon because he does not want a repeat of game 1.
Exactly on cue, is going to go for it and gets thrown. X Factor immediately invested, getting rid of the Spencer. This is a less ideal starting situation for KJ, but is going to be able to still put in all the work that's needed. Kills off Spencer, has 4 meters on deck, half of X Factor remaining, and LT is probably going to need to show us what can be done. Oh, gets to the ground.
I love the snapback.
Nice work, but Spiral Swords continues to put on so much pressure so quickly. Is that going to... Gets out in time, is alive, but is going to eat some damage and just have that waste so much X Factor time. Spiral Swords, when there's no access to meter for LT to use Human Rocket, is pretty good, but now this is looking like a pretty even match. X Factor has run out on KJ's side, X Factor's run out on LT's side, and getting so much damage on Doom, and oh no, it looks like LT tried to do something to save his ally, but you can't do that in lieu of letting your point character get hit. And with that, I rarely see the damage output of the charged gravimetric blasters. Those things are terrifying.
Was that a chip out?
I think it actually hit, but for a moment I thought it was chip too. It was just like,
okay.
That was a ludicrous amount of damage from a tool that we don't get to see that often. So with that, LT going to get a close game, taking the Dr. Doom with the Pixel Nova all the way to take out KJMASTA. Looks like getting rid of Morrigan with that early throw and then getting rid of Vergil with the snap that time was the recipe for success. And this time though, it's the first time KJ's really getting to like play his Morrigan from a neutral perspective, is able to get started, get some Astralon. Nova's losing a third of his life, but they're both even on having very little meter available. Let's see, is not able to get the throw out of that, and Morrigan is getting the opportunity to get away, and Rapid Slash only partially connects. Oh no. This could really go either way. Now that LT's up there, LT's been very happy to just like waste time when Astro's active, and has been able to do a good job of keeping himself on top. Oh, but Morrigan manages to somehow avoid the rocket with just enough space that Doom gets beat on, but she gets the opportunity to live. And LT getting pushed back a little farther than anticipated. What do you think Spencer's going to have to do against this powerful wall set up by KJ with all of his Soul Fists airborne?
Well, I think KJMASTA does get a little frosty at times with his assist calls, as we just saw with Dr. Doom, so definitely just going to be trying to snipe that assist. LT should be looking for that more often. Unfortunately, he is out of meter, though, so I don't know if he's going to get another opportunity. Managed to get the dash under, though, with the cross-up and the punish on Morrigan. She is going down. Dr. Doom is going to come in with only half health.
Ooh, this is going to hurt, but last time part of the recipe for LT's success was making sure to snap when he got Doom. Let's see if he's even given a chance. KJMASTA's combo dropped, and because of that, Doom is going to take a hit here. What is LT going to invest? Goes for the mid-screen snap and manages to get the reverse cross under for the light, so it came back to the same side. Just mixing over and over, not killing a character, just taking the time. I would kill this character instead of taking time. Okay. The attempts to be cute with the zip in it, willing to do that on a character like Doom, a little less happy to do that on a character like Vergil. And
Absolutely.
That, LT going up 2-1 against KJMASTA. All the games so far have been very good. It is apparent that getting rid of KJ's Vergil is incredibly important, and air throws against Morrigan have been consistently so strong. But that was a very strange place to drop. I guess anticipated getting to the ground a little bit sooner, and because of that, input the DP light in there and got quarter circle forward light instead. But because of that, Nova's under half life and is just going to stall out the entirety of Astral Time. Be totally fine with that. Decides to use all the red life on the poke. Sometimes that's a good bet because it could kill a character, but afterwards, even if he DHC'd out, he wouldn't have anything to recover, which can make it really hard for Nova to be a team player in some of those ways.
Yeah, and the main thing that LT was just taking advantage of in the Nova Morgan matchup was just the level 2 gravimetric pulse is all you need really to be able to just eat up all the missiles at super jump height and run out that astral vision. But unfortunately, with a massive amount of red life, it's going to be level 3, and that's just costing a lot of unnecessary life at that point. So it's not necessarily worth the risk. But he does manage to get the Bionic Lancer, not Bionic, or well, you know,
Yeah,
this Bionic arm on Dr. Doom. As someone said, I'm calling everything by their government name tonight. But managed to get the confirm on Morrigan. Gonna be snapping in that Vergil, getting rid of the problem character. Gets the zip crossover, I think, on the Plasma Beam conversion, and then gonna be raw tagging into Doom to finish off Vergil here with the X Factor.
I like investing the resources. Get rid of this character. Don't give a chance for it to come back. But one of the most obnoxious Morrigan win conditions. Oh, managed to get the anti-air command throw out of the jump light. KJ was just like being respectful with the timing there. Didn't go for an early advancing guard or anything. And now Morrigan level 3 on the way in to just like deal with invulnerability. Oh no, he's gonna get hit.
Oh, and the trade almost allowed Spencer to actually get the conversion there. But thankfully, KJMASTA wasn't necessarily punished for throwing that Soul Fist out. Astral Vision is active though, level 3 X Factor with Morgan. This is a horror movie on its own. The final girl is actually the monster plot twist. Morgan is going to be running up on Dr. Doom in the corner. Can Dr. Doom run out everything? X Factor is gone. Astral Vision is gone. Got to make sure that Morgan does not get another bar. She's now in the corner getting pressured.
This is such an obnoxious matchup for Doom. And very nice confirm by KJ off of the shell kick facing the other way. Is going to be able to get the hard knockdown on Doom, get Astral activated, and there's only 13 seconds on the Marvel clock left. And LT needs to make up a decent amount of life. Doesn't have any super strong chipping tools to like disincentivize KJ from just doing stuff. And KJ can just run away pretty effectively here.
Oh, managed to get the air throw. That's going to be enough for LT. Unfortunately, didn't get the confirm. Can he go for another air throw? Was not able to get it. Oh, Morgan whiffing on the other direction. Didn't get the confirm in time.
Oh my gosh, that was a down-to-the-wire game. Great work by both KJ and LiberalTerminator, but because of that, KJ stays in this. Now it's tied up 2-2. Whoever takes this next game is going to take the whole set and send their opponent into the loser's bracket. Let's see which of these folks survives and which is going to have to face all of the killers that are down there with no more extra lives left. LT's taking their time here. Do you think there's any thought about going to that Doctor Strange, which does tag Missile's assist and keep it from being effective for an incredible time? Or nope, just staying on the Doom.
Yeah, and just trying to find the air throw again this time. KJMASTA is putting up the hitboxes a little bit faster this time to avoid those situations, as he has gotten air thrown, I believe, 4 of the 5 matches that have played at the start. And so we're going into the Doom Infinite. This is going to be it for Nova as he goes into the Rock Sphere Flame.
Very nice work by KJ, and now has the opportunity, brings in Vergil for the Spencer matchup. Apparently likes fighting this character more when he has a giant sword available, and doesn't like fighting this character at all, deciding to invest all of the resources in making sure that Spencer is going to die. Is not investing in making sure Spencer is going to die. Gets to block here, but now LT managed to save his Spencer, and X-Factor is entirely gone for KJ, but there's so many other resources available. No life has been lost on KJ's side, and LT is going to be able to run out essentially all of this Astral, but ends up being chipped right at the end of it. It had been doing so good about just staying out of spaces where KJ likes to shoot, but then KJ started shooting where LT ended up. Missiles are going to extend the airtime a little bit. How do you feel about the stalling strategy by LT?
I mean, that's the only way to go at this point right now. You either stall or you suffer an immense amount of chip damage. Right now, LT is winning the resource battle right now, despite being down a character. Actually has at least 1 bar and still has level 2 X Factor on deck. Unfortunately, gets hit by a cross-up shell kick, which is generally unheard of. That the hitbox that you typically worry about from getting hit from behind is the H. KJMASTA got Frosty and tried to go into another TAC and ends up going into the mix-ups right now, trying to just establish the pressure. Goes for the double overhead and lands the second one. LT on starting to apply a lot of pressure right now with the Spencer. KJMASTA is going to regret going into that the Astral Vision instead of the Shadow Servant to kill off Spencer.
That you are 100% right, and even though the back of Morrigan's shell kick, no, that was dropped by LT. This is very possible for KJ to just like delay, has plenty of meter to just like stall with hyper photons where useful. Oh no, that's not how he could be safe at all. Let's see how this is approached.
Right now, it looks like both Doom players are playing as Philanthropists, trying to give the game away, but KJMASTA committed to the Sphere Flame, which allows LT to actually get punished with the Bionic Maneuvers, going into a full combo here. And this is probably going to do it, as he's able to raw tag into Dr. Doom again, get some reps, and then have the bar necessary to go into the Sphere Flame and finish it off. KJMASTA with the Rage Quit. 100%, I think Magneto is the way to go. And as going back to the Haggar thing, just Haggar having bad matchups across the board. Something I learned on in Super Smash Bros. Brawl with Ganondorf was that if the player is fearful, every matchup is an advantage. So if you're fearful of Haggar, you're going to win the matchup regardless. Magneto being able to get the confirm here. Magnetic Blast into the Dark Hole. Going to be finishing off Zero quick and handily. Psych, Commentator's Curse. Unfortunately, Magneto is in a world of hurt now with Zero potentially going to the Lightning Woods here.
This is a great start for Romora, losing half your zero in order to get the kill on the other character and have the incoming mix-up available. I feel like on this team, even though Magneto's an incredible threat, that Dormammu is really the character that gives a fit to Zero and Doom much more than the other characters. And Jason, bringing in that Haggar, is going to be able to get the setup with the Stalking Flare. I don't think that the mid-screen version has a good unblockable setup, though.
Yeah, it's not necessarily the unblockable. I think it's more about the left-right mix-ups that you want to kind of embrace with the Stalking Flare setups in that regard. Unfortunately, it didn't work out in JasonKido's favor as Romora was able to get the DHC quickly and go into Vergil, unlocking the Dark Angel. And while Dormammu is pretty scary as an anchor, he does have to block all of this. Oh, goes into the Liberation, into the Chaotic Flame, tried to get a little frosty, but unfortunately Romora was already setting up the Spiral Swords. Oh, but raw tags with the Doom. You have to be very careful about that. Dormammu's hitbox sticks out a little further than everybody else's, so he can get tagged by raw tags on with some characters. Going to show MTV crits right now with the Dark Dimension, going to be able to kill off of the Chaotic Flame.
Oh, has the X available? This is going to be potentially terrifying. Drop the confirm, but gets the follow-up after the Helmbreaker. Pause is not enough to disrupt the power of JasonKido. He was born in this. He is able to handle the pauses and takes the game, going up 1-0 against the EVO champion.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, it's an advantageous matchup if the opponent's fearful, and it looks like Romora might be a little fearful right now. Haggar wasn't necessarily the issue, but Dormammu definitely took advantage of things. Scramble right now, going to be not unfortunately converting off of those missiles. That can get a little wonky at times, even though Romora typically has it in his back pocket. Trying to clear the space right now, but Magneto gets caught in Scramble.
Also, very nice work to Romora. A lot of Zero's autopilot and just charge using the light button, and people forget his light is incredibly good. Was able to use it as a poke, gets the confirm, but is going to lose Zero here and have Dormammu on deck with everything he wants for the incoming. This is
a second cheese ball.
Can't get high enough to confirm with the ground bounce on Doom, and Romora is able to run away. Immediately wants to bring in his Vergil to run right into Lariat. Oh no, didn't get a confirm off of it. Decides not to invest X. I think that X is incredibly worth it there, especially now when you see the threat of Romora's Vergil going in, has the incoming mix-up available on Magneto, and this is a guess. Oh, this is not a guess. This is a mistime mix-up. Let's see, JasonKido staying in there. Oh no, when you air Disruptor, you're able to air dash cancel its recovery frames, but he had already used air dash, so he didn't have access to that as a way to make sure he does not guard broken on the way to the ground.
Luckily, in JasonKido's favor, though, Romora was not actually able to reach off of that forward air throw confirmed, but he did teleport just now into a foot dive. Romora getting the side switch right now, optimizing his confirm, going to be able to just DHC in from Photon Array into the Spiral Swords, and should be able to finish this off tied up 1-1.
Looks like that's going to happen. Has the meter available, doesn't overcomplicate things. Romora showing that even when he goes down a game, will make those good decisions, comes back and does the Vergil work.
For sure, and Dormammu has kind of that Sentinel curse to him where his body is so big that he takes extra damage in the Dimension Slash. So even though it was in the corner, it's going to be sufficient enough.
And that Lariat is going to not get things started on Zero, just do things to prevent the assist from going out, but unfortunately Magneto gets confirmed on by Zero, and Romora is going to get this started, kill off the Master of Magnetism, and has the incoming mix-up available on Dormammu. This is pretty scary. Let's see what Jason does to survive. He's done a pretty good job of surviving most times, but not this one. Romora has just been too scary with those rapid slash mix-ups on incoming. Very good at making you afraid to try and air dash out with the air S, but then having it so if you don't do anything, there's a very ambiguous timing on when rapid slash will cross up or not.
And going to be going into the Rakoha just to stay safe, keep it simple. Haggar coming in right now. Let's see if the Mayor of Earth even has a chance to see the light of day, but unfortunately X Factor has been popped on Romora's side. He should be able to make simple and quick with this setup right now. Is going to go into the Rakoha, to finish it early. We are going to see the Reading Rainbow Biblioteca into the Rainbow.
And with that, the Haggar's 20XX re-election campaign has failed. Romora getting another one on board with 0, but Jason easily getting right back into the game, doesn't want to waste any time. Romora maybe looping some pops, taking some time, but is going to be able to get started. This time, a little bit more space for both of them. Romora went for a smart confirm, but it didn't quite work out with the command dash to the ground into the crouch light. JasonKido is getting to play with his Magneto this time, but not for long. He's going to lose the character and have a tiny bit of Dormammu's red light on last game, he just didn't guess right for the 2 incomings. Do you think he'll guess right this time and get to play?
Oh, he's getting to play this time. Comes down with a fish hook. Unfortunately, has missiles coming out from behind him. Roth tags into Haggar. I don't know if that was intentional.
He does it enough that I think that it may have been intentional. That there's a strong raw tag game with Jason, but this was not the time to do it. Let's see. Haggar is likely to die to the second Sogenri, and Dormammu is going to have... Oh, Elmis Zapon, thank you for following. Thanks to everyone who is here this night enjoying the amazing Twitch stream for TNS, the Parsec number 87 event. The post-Evo goodness going on, and post-Evo, the Evo champion is still powerful, killing off JasonKido, and moving forward. Is this to get into winners finals?
With just the number of multiple outcomes that can happen between those 2 assists. But right now we're going to see Dante actually clearing the space immediately. Spartan Throne choosing to create some space to decide a little more precariously, but he's going to get the scramble with the Rising Fang assist and will be able to get the confirm, killing Dante swiftly.
Definitely worth it. Goes for the snap instead. I remember earlier you'd been talking about, like, in iDom's team, both of his other characters are scarier anchors than Dante for how you would approach the matchup, and decides that would prefer to get rid of this Dormammu. Goes for the TAC. Is this going to be the Dormammu TAC infinite? Instead goes for something stable, invest the meter, doesn't go for anything that might be droppable. Like Spartan Throne, along with being a really smart player, has a lot of experience playing in high MS, and that helps you like know when you should do something that is less droppable. So very nice work on the adjustments there. And sometimes he just gets wrong. iDom gets wrong there and is going to lose strain. Spartan Throne making this first game real quick, taking it out at 66 Marvel seconds remaining. iDom's going to have to make some adjustments. Other than not getting hit by Rising Fang, when do those adjustments need to be, Airborne?
Yeah, it's definitely just got to be able to block if you're going to get hit, so that's the main thing. I don't think there was really much else for iDom to potentially do in that situation. He ate the Rising Fang assist and then went into got Dormammu snapped in. Dormammu died, Dante died, Strange died. So unfortunately there wasn't too much to adjust there, just had to just shake it off, go to the next game, and he definitely has gone to the next game. Unfortunately, Spartan Throne does have his eyes set on the Dormammu that is facing across from his, as he pops X Factor once again to eliminate Dormammu, setting it to a 2v2 game once again. Dante able to block pretty well, gets hit by the fishhook, not able to confirm though on Spartan Throne's side, as ooh, Dante's going to be taking a lot of damage here. X Factor is gone, though. He has to go into the wall bounce confirm. Does get the confirm.
Oh, doesn't get the dash
follow-up, and we'll be able to go into Spell of Vashani. Oh, we're going to the projectile counter instead, and unfortunately, he was just short, so it whiffed, but he popped X Factor, got the punish on Iron Fist regardless.
Very nice work to iDom, making sure that we see why it's important to get rid of the Strange, make sure the X Factor's not available to him, mix him up on incoming where he's weak before he could do something terrifying. Go straight into level 3. Don't waste time. Just get rid of the character. Is this going to be just barely enough?
Oh, yeah.
Totally.
Definitely going to be enough.
Very nice work. iDom tying it up. Spartan Throne still doesn't get to go to bed no matter how late it is there. He's going to get hit by this Dante real quick though, and re-picks up Wolverine back into the combo. Iron Fist is going to die, and Wolverine's going to bleed really hard off of this.
Definitely going to go into the Chaotic Flame. Be sure not to lay the Flame Carpet here. Tries to go for the Teleport mix-up instead and ends up getting Ground Thrown instead. And once again, Spartan Throne for the third time in a row is popping X Factor on Dormammu. He is well aware of the threat of this character and believes it to be the biggest one.
Oh no, 1 pixel Dormammu. And manages to stall for long enough that even if he dies now, he has done his job of just not dying and getting rid of all of the X Factor time. Now, Dante and Strange have access to only a single bar, but X Factor's on deck. Spartan has all of the meter, however, but isn't going to get the opportunity to invest it with Wolverine. Is going to have to do this with solo Dormammu against both Strange and Dante. Strange and Dante are meterless, which definitely impacts what they could do in neutral. Oh, nice block by Spartan there. What do you think Spartan needs to do? Because he has meter. Is it okay to invest Stalking Flare in some situations? Or should he just be saving it all for level 3s? Or how do you feel in fighting against characters like Strange and Dante?
Well, you have to be very careful about Strange when he has meter, just because the projectile super does keep Dormammu in check quite a bit, and it's honestly one of the worst parts about the matchup. Luckily, Spartan Throne was able to catch Doctor Strange committing to a teleport, and was able to get just combo off of that standing heavy, kill him quickly. We did see some fancy flame carpet juggles that that you can see off some characters on Dante for a split second. Fortunately dropped the combo, but he managed to get the hit again and finishes it off. Spartan Throne going on match point now.
Very nice work, the Spartan Throne. That time, in the other game that he had won, it had been largely like Rising Fang was successful and incoming mix-ups were successful. That time we got to see much more of the like solid neutral play, and when things go partially wrong, how he could be clutch and continue making good decisions.
Yeah, for sure.
Bleeding so much. Would you contemplate snapping if you got the hit on Dante? Oh, Dante gets the hit instead. But Strange will have all the time in the world during these long Dante combos to build back as much red health as exists. And, oh, maybe not a super long combo, but has the DHC into Dormammu available, is going to be able to kill off Wolverine. What mix-ups for Dormammu on incoming here?
Luckily, he has access to Jam Session, but unfortunately wasn't able to capitalize it off too much. Does get the jump loop off the bolts. Unfortunately, did not finish the combo, but we do have access to the Volcano, so we should be able to kill Dormammu here pretty swiftly. Yep, going into the Stalking Flare, and then we're going to be able to bring him back down with the Volcano. Oh, unfortunately, mistimed it just a hair. And Spartan Throw manages to capitalize off the Rising Fang on the tech.
Back to game 1. Rising Fang is doing all the work again. Let's see. Last time the micro dash had been missed. Oh, that had a dark matter in it earlier, because looks like I had forgotten too. Looks like
it was actually the Rising Fang assist.
The Rising Fang assist. But is X Factor going to get invested here? Yes. Wants to get rid of Dante and have the good incoming mix-up on Strange. Has 2 bars available. Iron Fist in the back for scary mix-up assist.
I really like the patience on that mix-up there. He knew he was going to pop X Factor immediately after doing the spell, trying to catch something, and just did a jump light and did nothing afterwards.
Very nice work, Spartan Throne. Going to represent the UK, doesn't get to go to bed yet, even though it's super late. Sticking in this tournament.
So Shuma-Gorath should have a better time establishing with the Spitfire twice, trying to get that ground control and possibly get the advantage as long as that X probably doesn't activate Spiral Swords. But we're going to see an early X Factor, perfectly timed to punish the assist call, as I'm eating my words.
Vergil apparently doesn't like the animals, doesn't matter whether they're a raccoon or doesn't matter whether they're a squid. Oh, but High Time whiffing on the second one. This will chip out if... No, does not end up chipping out. So Dormammu gets the chance to play. That is very this is looking like Salute can make it happen. X Factor's available, 3 meters on deck, and his characters do damage, so he's not reliant on that situation. But DXP can also do damage if he ends up in a favorable situation. Is able to invest all of his meter in getting this pressure. Doesn't get the kill off of it though. Now Salute's forced to invest his X Factor. Is going a little bit scrambly, but that X Pride ready for it and gets the air throw, is going to be able to get the dry tag to Doom, which both means that the combo will kill and it'll waste all of the X Factor time, so Salute's down to X Factor the Squid. Can he channel his inner Angelic? Oh no, the Squid looks like that X Pride ready to murder the animals today. Squid's down, Raccoon's down, and it's going to be 1-0, that X Pride's favorite. Not getting happy birthday would help, but what else does Salute need to do to fix this? Because he didn't get the opportunity to play as Raccoon this game, and sometimes that's just how games go, but that looked like some scariness from DXP.
Yeah, one thing that I would like to note is one thing that Dormammu has in this matchup against Vergil is that Vergil cannot punish Chaotic Flame from full screen. Oh, managed to get the happy birthday right off the bat, and X-Factoring here so that the Mystic Stare doesn't ruin the combo as it instantly detonates whenever it comes in contact with an assist. Able to go into Hyper Mystic Ray with the Stalking Flare. But anyways, Dormammu cannot be punished by Vergil from full screen with Chaotic Flame. So he could have actually killed Dr. Doom there when he had X-Factor, but Dr. Doom's probably going to go down here. Actually, I lied because unfortunately he went to Hyper Mystic Ray, which does not have invincibility after the flash. So DeadX Pride is going to potentially mount this comeback now with Dr. Doom, level 3 X-Factor, going for the hard kick pressure. Does not have the floor to confirm on him at this time, but will be calling all the missiles to harass Dormammu from the air. Going into the Liberation Instinct cancel in the Chaotic Flame, going into the big trap. And now this is an even worse matchup.
I feel like all of Doom's matchups seem to have some level of pain involved, but this is looking very hard for DeadX Pride to make the comeback from. Oh, using the spikes isn't going to get the confirm. The dry tag for the kill. And with that, Salute ties it up 1-1. Both games were determined by like happy birthdays early on. Both players are smart, making sure to invest their resources when it'll get the most for them. But even when getting hit by missiles, Salute willing to keep pressing buttons, knowing that DeadX Pride was too afraid to just match there. And as you were saying with the Haggar matchup, no matter what the matchup is, if they're afraid of you, you're gonna win.
Yep, and Salute able to kill off Vergil, making sure not to drop that combo. Going to be able to get massive damage on Dr. Doom here. Going into the medium, heavy S. Crouching heavy into the Mystic Stare. Heavy S. Mystic Ray. Always have to be really careful with Dr. Doom on the timing of the Mystic Ray afterwards. It feels like Dr. Doom techs out earlier than other characters. So you generally want to be rather patient when you do the Mystic Ray extension there to make sure the Mystic Stare detonates at the proper time. But Strider is coming out. Dark Strider is going to be just causing all sorts of mayhem right now. Salute is about to lose his Dormammu. I don't know if Strider will be able to have enough X-Factor at this point to be able to get through both characters. So if he's not able to kill Shuma here immediately, he may not have enough X-Factor, and he's going to get air thrown, deal some meter and some life at this point. Going to be killing off Strider here. Just need to keep it simple going into the level 3, go into the Chaos Dimension, possibly. There it is. Medium. Oh, no, we're going into the, yep, cancel the Mystic Ray into the heavy. One thing that's really funny about Shuma-Gorath's level 3 install is that the heavy becomes an unblockable light hitbox, but it's actually special cancelable as well. So you can cancel Mystic Smash and Mystic Ray into it.
Has that hyper cancel level of cancel hierarchy, but doesn't get hit by the Vajra, and because of that has an extra opportunity to live. But both of these players getting chances to live that maybe they shouldn't. Dry tags with the eyes on. That's interesting to see that when Doom's across the screen being a little less threatening, Salute's very willing to just like press that crouch heavy when Vajra's coming down. Does not respect the ninja coming from the skies. But that's one of the things that's really important in matchups where people are rocking that Vajra, is knowing when you need to respect it and at what points in time you should be hitting the ninja and getting rid of them to the best of your ability.
I gotta say, it was very impressive that Strider managed to dive all the way through that meteor shower and not even get scathed, because he was as good as dead if even one meteor hit him.
It's true. And now Spiral Swords is going to be out. Let's see how Salute tries to deal with it. It just gets caught by the round trip, but air dashes into the next Spiral Swords. Vergil's matchups with meter are so different from his matchups without it, but DeadX Pride is so good at making sure that he has meter when he needs it in order to win. Ooh, happy birthday does not get the distance necessary for the hard tag to be convertible there. Throwing out some of these Mystic Stairs wants to make sure that Vergil doesn't have the opportunity to do anything obnoxious from full screen, and you really just don't want Vergil to get meter to start playing neutral again.
Oh, bold of DeadX Pride there to actually do the dive kick from there. He would have actually either lost or traded with Shuma-Gorath on the Hyper Mystic Smash, as it still had invincibility at that point. But works out in DeadX Pride's favor anyways, as Salut's not able to get a full confirm to actually kill Vergil off. Goes into Spiral Swords here. Salut just trying to stall in the air. Manages to block the Vajra on the way down. Chaotic Flame and force the X Factor from DeadX Pride. And like I said, Vergil can't actually punish the Chaotic Flame from full screen, even in X Factor.
But at this point, let's see if Rocket Raccoon's blocks long enough to live. Does not. Even with no meter build, X Factor's just high enough damage. DeadX Pride tying it up 2-2 from the West Coast. Let's see if Salut is going to close this out, or if that was the momentum change that DXP needed in order to take this set.
Oh, actually backdash to manage to hit Vergil. It looked like the full screen didn't necessarily happen because of the push block, but Shuma unfortunately wasn't able to capitalize fully off of the hit. Vergil now putting Shuma in the mix as hidden missiles come down. Backdashes to stall. Unfortunately, there was a trade because of the Vajra, and we're going into the Mystic Smash here, going straight into the Chaotic Flame that's going to pop both characters as Vergil still recovering from the Devil Trigger. Managed to actually read the heavy teleport too and get the air throw instantaneously. Goes for the relaunch, goes to Chaotic Flame off of the Purification. Vergil is finally dead.
And Rocket Raccoon's bleeding, but because of the opportunity of how long the combos last, he's going to get so much of that red life back when he was just like one hit away from being dead there. Would you snap here or just kill off Doom? Ooh, looks like the options to kill Doom. We've seen DeadX Pride Strider do some scary things before. Let's see if this is going to be one of those times. Throwing out those bird bombs, Shuma is going to die very swiftly, and now it's up to just Dormammu and Rocket to survive these incoming mix-ups. Very weird incoming mix-up, but the one afterwards was just enough to make sure that Dormammu was going to be messed up here. Gets the hit, is going to kill off the Lord of the Dark Dimension, and has orbs available to mix up the Raccoon. X Factor is going to run out on DXP's side, and Salut has it available. No, he ran right into the trap, but the overhead is too much. I'm not sure Legion kills here.
Oh my god, and the Tiger was just short of getting the last hit, but the Vajra is going to kill on the Whiff Punish as DeadX Pride is teabagging, closing the set and beating Salut after Salut was up 2-1. Spartan Throne will be looking for those bust out supers, trying to just pop the X Factor and possibly kill one or two characters. But match has gone underway. Morrigan is already establishing the Soul Fist pressure, trying to find that Rising Fist in the scrambles at this point. Doesn't have anything to deal with the hidden missile calls.
Oh, this is looking very good for KJ. This is how you want the match to start if you're KJMASTA. Was in a little bit of a scary situation for about like 5 Marvel seconds, but after that just took down 3/4 of Wolverine without really interacting, and is going to not have missiles be enough. This time, Spartan Throne willing to invest the X Factor on Morrigan. I feel that Dormammu is one of the characters that could handle her, so maybe this will be a little scary to not have X Factor available for Vergil, but if he just gets through the entire team, there's no need to worry about that. Do you think there's going to be a TAC here, or how's Spartan Throne going to approach? Oh, just goes for the very late snap instead. Very nice block by KJ, and then hit on the backside. In this game, moves don't just hit in front, they're omnidirectional. It's worth remembering, and protected himself. Didn't continue pressing buttons. That's an interesting choice there. Has X Factor available? I would invest it in killing Dormammu. Just get rid of this character. He's the largest threat. You could put on Spiral Swords and be super safe for the rest of the game. There's so much meter available.
Like I said, you got to be careful about that. He has access to the cross counter as well. Unfortunately, the hidden missiles were there to capitalize on Iron Fist. Vergil was able to convert off of them, and that's going to be it for Iron Fist. Level 2 X Factor is live, and now it's gone. And Dormammu's on the screen. Spartan Throne has one of the most terrifying Dormammus, in my opinion. Unfortunately, those lights do not reach well enough. It doesn't matter how good your Dormammu is. Those lights are going to stay stubby. And the KJMASTA is going to go into level 4 to finish.
Yeah, and that situation, aside from just like Vergil being able to mix you up or out footsie you, Vergil with 3 meters is able to just chip out that entire bit of life, so you can't even block a thing once when you're in that situation for the fight, because it's just enough that he could take out the character. Again, KJ's been able to get out, but doesn't get out for long enough to avoid the power of the Iron Fist, is going to lose Morrigan, and this time Spartan doesn't need to invest X Factor in it, meaning he's way more prepared to be able to fight this Vergil in the back.
Yeah, I think the beautiful thing that we're seeing out of Spartan Throne right now is that he's waiting for KJMASTA to call his hidden missiles assist, and while it's on recovery, he's able to maneuver around the missiles, keep Morgan in the scramble so she's not able to necessarily set up with anything developed on screen, and then at that point, she's committing to the Soul Fist and getting hit by the Rising Fang assist. So that's a great game plan from Spartan Throne.
And Spartan Throne, Berserker Proj had served him well in some other sets. Is going to invest the X Factor in order to try and get a chance to play, but KJ, ready with the counter X Factor, is going to be able to kill off Dormammu, and then Spartan immediately pressing buttons when he gets to the ground with Iron Fist. Does not want to give KJ the chance to play, but because KJ did get the chance to play, this is the end of Iron Fist, and looks like KJMASTA going up over Spartan Throne. Is that a 2-0 we have right now?
That is indeed a 2-0. Looks like Spartan Throne is against the wall right now, and he's getting the hit on Morgan once again.
Spartan Throne has been very good about his assist timings with Iron Fist in order to get those hits on Morrigan. Let's see if this time he gets rewarded for more. Doesn't THC into Dormammu. That very odd, but ends up getting the chip out, so he has even more meter available to play this match. If he hits Doom, I am expecting a snap and to go for that kill on Vergil, but KJ trying to make sure there's no opportunity for any of that, just getting out the Sphere Flame into the Spiral Swords. Oh no, that should be a dead Wolverine. Like, I understand the desire to go for the Drill Claw, but you weren't safe after that.
I think he was looking for an opportunity like this right here, where he just wanted to be able to get into Dormammu with a Chaotic Flame, X-Factored into the Rising Fang, got the punish, and used all of his normals to actually nullify the missiles at the same time.
Very nice work. And with that, KJMASTA is going to hit a foot dive and still be in this game. Never give up, never surrender. Chat, do we have an STB going on here? Because I think that this Doom looking a little bit scary right now.
Oh, and hit him with the Percolation Station. Shoutouts to Paradigm. Gonna be coming in with Iron Fist right now. Iron Fist has to deal with the mix-up and actually gets anti-air by the crouching medium, but KJMASTA, being a philanthropist, giving Spartan Throne another shot.
Apparently Latveria likes to make its contributions to the United Kingdom, making sure that there's good diplomatic relations there. One more chance for the Iron Fist to survive. Throwing out those photons, and both of them giving those chances. UK paying it right back. Let's see what Spartan does to approach this. There's so many resources available on KJ's side, and sometimes the only resource you need is a foot dive. Is going to be able to kill off Iron Fist and take this in a 3-0, letting the threat from the UK finally get some sleep. Great work, Spartan.
Complexity videos on that YouTube channel that you can actually use the slide to deal with the teleport Vajra mix-up. The slide will actually autocorrect and hit Vergil while it will go under the Vajra and miss it entirely. But it looks like he's going to stay Haggar right now to combat DeadX Pride's very aggressive nature. Manages to get the Lariat on 2 characters, and the 2 most threatening characters at that, as Dr. Doom is the only one left, and still has Haggar, Dormammu, and Magneto, so he's definitely putting in that advantageous matchup, setting up the cheese, and getting all sorts of damage right now on Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom may be one of the best supports in the game, but he has so many challenging situations, especially like even though Jason doesn't have a lot of traditional assists. Oh, he's going to lose the matchup that's best against Doom, however, and now DeadX Pride getting to play. This is a scary situation. Has the incoming mix-up with just a couple of missiles. Jason pressing a delayed button, but a button nonetheless. EXP taking it. Haggar is going to die. Does Magneto die to the incoming mix-up, or will there be more neutral?
Oh, actually hit him with the medium, but did not get the full confirm. Magneto trading with the hit as well. 2 hits, actually. No confirm on either. Going to be trying to set up the... Oh, got Frosty. Tried to go for the excuse me, the gravity squeeze, and he actually recovered instantaneously, so that Dr. Doom was not able to recover.
And using the shockwave there, because a lot of things, Doom Photons will just get rid of whatever's in the way, but Shockwave is going to take him even if he uses Photons. DeadX Pride, in a situation where he's very grateful Jason does not have meter to win neutral with, and actually needs to fight to some degree, but this is looking really scary for DXP.
Yeah, Shockwave also cleared the missiles there. Doom's going to now be able to try to just stall out with the Photon Array, see if he can get a hit, but ends up getting the Powder Slap as he goes in too far, and Magneto sends him back. Game 1 finally on JasonKido's side.
And that had been an incredibly close match, despite the fact that JasonKido got a happy birthday right at the beginning of the game. DXP showing that he's not just a Vergil, he's not just a Strider. His Doom has the potential to put in this work, but JasonKido just too stable and too strong. Getting that counter hit headbutt for the birdies. Romora just flying around DXP's head, and with that, this is going to be the end of Vergil with only a single meter use. And then gets to go into the Stalking Flare because of this. Good work.
Alright, gets the Haggar back in, tries to go for the unblockable setup. Unfortunately, was a little too late on the raw tag, but ended up getting confirmed with the headbutt off of the air-to-air. Dr. Doom is going to go down here, probably going into the same exact setup, but Strider is in a world of hurt.
Strider does need to deal with this. I think that DXP is going to get out and not get unblockable, but we'll have to use X Factor to make that happen. Does use the X Factor and is able to get out, immediately gets into orbs. This is scary because if you mix up Haggar, but then he just goes for Lariat on one of those teleports, it could be the end. And now DXP, 2 meters left on deck, has the incoming kit against Dormammu, and was able to convert the start of it, but not the end, and JasonKido just dry tagging in, is going to be able to have a great situation now. Shockwave on deck along with Stalking Flare. Strider's teleport takes too long for him to be able to get out of that, so he's just eating all of this chip damage. Even though he blocked all of that, he lost half of his life.
Lost half of his life indeed. He's still in the corner. Oh, actually ends up getting the wake up Ragnarok, and that's going to not necessarily kill Magneto, but it'll put him within an inch of his life. Any hit will actually kill despite Strider's poor damage, and JasonKido just gets the confirm off the raw tag, setting him up for match point.
Very nice work by JasonKido in surviving all of that. The raw tags have definitely been on deck for him tonight. And oh gosh, Vergil got hit. This is going to be an impact. We have access to 2 meters for JasonKido, going to be able to get the kill and have the Stalking Flare on deck. Rapid Fire Punches does an incredible amount of damage when it's mashed out, even if it would cause the flip out. Oh no! DXP not choosing to invest X Factor to save his Doom, more willing to just make sure that Strider has a stronger chance of getting out. Jason does not have a ton of meter right now, so decides to go for the TAC instead of anything else.
Doesn't go for the Shockwave either. Oh, there goes the Shockwave now, setting up the Stalking Flare. Dr. Doom's going to take this hit, raw tag back into the Haggar, try to chip him out, and ends up getting his foot stepped on, scuffed his boot. Regardless, Dr. Doom is going to die. Strider comes in, flailing with the button, going over the Hoodlum launcher, which also whiffed, and then we're getting the counter hit headbutt into the command throw.
Yes, the situation that you could combo into command throws. Shoutouts to Haggar for having that. I wish that they gave more grapplers in games, because Romora, champion of the one-player game, as soon as he starts, he tries to make sure that the one-player game lasts for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you definitely have the insurance plan. Like a good neighbor, Vergil is there. Definitely the State Farm of the game, but looks like Romora might not possibly need his Hurricane insurance, as he did get the hit on Nova at the 99-second mark after a quick scramble. Going possibly into the lightning loops here. Biblioteca.
No need for the rainbow, just gets it with the lightning, and Zero still has that noxious incoming mix-up available. The first 2 parts, LiberalTerminator, brilliantly blocks, but then there's more, because Zero always gets more. And Spencer taking those hits, more and more hits, but looks like LT is going to be left likely with solo Doom with all of the meter. Oh, is this actually... Okay, needs to go for the DHC. I was about to say, Rakoha alone, Spencer's a pretty healthy character, needs a bit of extra hits there, but it looks like Romora's plan B, no Dark Vergil, just decides to do it with 0 on point, taking down the entire team before they get to play. Success to Romora, and what's LT's, like, what do you do after a matchup like that? You're not like, oh, I need to adjust because I did this thing substantially wrong. You guessed wrong a couple times. What type of things do players need to do to maintain the correct focus that they could win with their game plan, even in a situation that flows like that?
Main thing is just focus on the present. No time dwelling on the past. It's just like my buddy Static and I talk about. It's if you have time to ask a question on a mix-up or what side it hit, or rather, if you have a question in Marvel, you don't have time to ask it, so you're gonna get hit. So basically, we always say you have 3 questions at each match, and every time you ask a question, you get hit. But LT unfortunately looks like he is dealing with all sorts of scrambles right now. He needs to try to establish. I'm assuming this is going to game 3 and he's down 2-0. He needs to find an opportunity to try to just establish a more slower, sensical neutral, as Romora is capitalizing on the scrambles right now and getting all of the hits. Manages to get the forward throw, and Zero, can he turn this around and possibly tie this up instead of going down into 2-0 deficit?
I don't know, an STP definitely seems possible, especially like right now LT choosing to invest to level 3, so X Factor Cancel still on deck in order to deal with the mix-up or get a punish that he couldn't get otherwise, and got the hit but didn't believe fast enough. Looks like this is going to be potentially the end because Vergil has access to X Factor. Romora knows how to use X Factor Vergil. He actually knows how to use non-X Factor Vergil too, which is a little bit more rare, but this is going to be the end. Is Romora going to sweep this 3-0 and show why he was the EVO champion? Or is LT going to show that all these times winning previous TNSs were just preparation to take on the champ?
Yeah, Romora's Hurricane Insurance definitely paid off there, which is kind of weird for someone that lives in Vegas, but hey, overdoing it is sometimes necessary. LT manages to find the spacing that he needs in order to breathe, but unfortunately after the high-speed tackle leads himself into another scramble situation just for Zero to come down with the pizza cutter.
And with that, looks like Nova is going to go down. You had said that like each game could just be 3 questions. Looks like Romora is like, you have a 9-question pop quiz. This may be the end of your career. LT, what are your answers? And it looks like so far 8 out of those 9 answers have been wrong. Is LT going to be able to do it, get that last answer correct, and then do the SDP for the comeback?
I mean, unfortunately, the pop quizzes against Zero Doom Vergil, typically you have to get 100% on your test in order to actually pass, and just getting 1 wrong is sometimes enough for you to tank.
With that, it looks like Romora quickly asserts his power and why he is the EVO champion, moving on into the winner's side of Grand Finals, knocking down LiberalTerminator to face whoever makes it to losers finals.
Face off against LT, or who do you think would have a better chance against LT?
I think that one of the strengths, JasonKido just has a lot of experience in being in finals, whether that's winners finals, losers finals, grand finals, and I feel that being able to avoid cracking is really incredibly useful against a player like LT that puts the pressure on so hard. So I think that JasonKido has a little bit more likelihood of being able to do well there, especially since like the matchup is less bad for him than the one that's on point here. But let's see, KJMASTA may be able to get through this, gets the throw on Haggar, and is going to do the more optimal Doom combos in the corner, but goes for a TAC anyways. If you're investing in a TAC, Morrigan X Factors to safety is going to invest in killing off Haggar. I like that choice. If you could get in a character that you want, get your team order back, and be able to go for the kill, that's great. But now Shockwave's going to hit there, and Is X going to be invested? No, it just goes for a mix-up off of the stocking player.
Ooh, love to see it. Actually managed to get the overhead as well on the Tri-Dash mix-up. Gets the Dark Hole confirmed just in case as insurance for a potential continued mix-up. And then just goes back into the Stalking Flare setup. And all of a sudden, Dr. Doom is staring down at a terrible matchup.
Oh gosh, both of these are scary, and Jason has X Factor invested. One of the things that's really nice is I feel that Jason's one of the players who will invest X Factor early. Like, he doesn't need to take a lot of time to figure out if his combo is going to work. He knows how to X Factor, then continue the combo without having it drop. While a lot of people are like, oh, the timing's slightly different now, what do I need to do to restabilize? It's just one of the things where he seems very ready to just like make those adjustments as they're needed. And this time things looking a lot better for KJMASTA. Has Haggar on the opposite side of the screen with the minefield of terrible things on the ground coming in. Haggar going to lose over half his life to just that one Astro. Very nice work by KJMASTA investing those resources to make Jason's life pretty hard.
Yeah, and he's definitely stalling, just trying to avoid as much damage as possible and take chip damage instead of actual hits, so that not only does he conserve his life, but also minimizes KJMASTA's meter gain. Now KJMASTA is, okay, he managed to get the bar again, but Dormammu is now on the screen, able to stall and try to build the charges up where necessary, create the teleport mix-ups, try to get those hits, and gets the super jump confirmed, but unfortunately the re-jump can get a little awkward at times, and he dropped it.
And very nice work being able to avoid the missiles, but gets caught by the rapid slash assist, and because of that loses the meter that he had on deck. Looks like KJ doing a much better job adapting this time, making sure that his Morrigan is the threat that it needs to be treated as. And going to get the TAC into Dormammu. Would you just go into the super here? Oh no, the disrespectful double TAC is going to be able to get the kill and then bring Morrigan back in an Astral if he wants. Or leave her to get that red light back. I like that too.
Well, came in with the audacity of throwing out the pipe. Unfortunately, ran into the spiral swords before the hitbox got fully established. Vergil going to be going into the Dimension Slash here. Best super shout outs to Blackwork. Unfortunately, it did not kill, though, because he didn't put it mid-screen. Going to be able to go from the punch super straight into Shockwave, get Magneto on the screen. Vergil will not be able to punish, so he sets up the Spiral Swords instead.
And gets the S but doesn't believe, and KJMASTA believes in X Factor. Invested immediately once the hit's there on Magneto. Not going to make the same mistake where Haggar got to live, Magneto does not. And now there is Astral on stream. There is no time for that re-election campaign again. Haggar did not get the chance to play once he touched the ground. X Factor saved for the next game. That's always a pain to deal with, but KJ getting cornered early but has missiles on deck, throwing out some soul drains to just control movement in space. But JasonKido is always so scary, even with a character like Haggar with no projectiles, just like doing what he can to get in and be terrifying.
Yeah, but unfortunately he does have to deal with the Succubus right now, an absolutely terrible vessel of lust, as he's dealing with all the Soul Fists and Soul Drains from the other side of the screen, having to raw tag into the Magneto, but luckily KJMASTA did end up doing a heavy Soul Fist, which actually knocked Magneto up instead of keeping him inside the bullet hell, so he didn't take as much damage as initially thought from the raw tag.
But even with that, KJ's been doing a good job of keeping enough meter on deck that he gets to stay in Astro for so much of this game. And he's been able to take down the majority of Magneto and the majority of Haggar without really putting himself at very much risk during any of this.
Gets the teleport mix up on Morrigan there, knocking her up into another Stalking Flare. Did not see the rapid slash assist called there. If KJMASTA had done that, might have actually been a clean punish on Dormammu, but instead called the hidden missiles there. Morrigan managed to get the hit, tried to go for the TAC again. JasonKido counters it this time.
Well, when she's ready in that chip range, oh, and you don't get chipped when you just get hit. Very nice work by JasonKido having it set up where on hit, it's going to be a combo, and if it's on block, it's a mix-up. So very nice work setting up that situation, and now it's down to just Vergil. But just Vergil is not that bad of a situation to be in. Oh, unless you get thrown. does JasonKido have what's necessary to get the kill here? I think that with 2 meters, it may be enough.
Oh, had to
no.
go for the TAC actually because he didn't manage to go in the punch super there with the setup. He wasn't able to get necessarily an advantageous double DHC super. So unfortunately, he wasn't able to commit to the THC either. Magneto being in the middle is actually putting a thorn in his side. Can he get the throw punish here? He cannot, but he's able to go Shockwave. And
but he's
definitely
too
did not have
early,
DHC
could
ready.
not DHC yet. That's always a pain where you think that your DHC is already available, so you go for that high commitment read, but the character just isn't on that. And with that, KJMASTA taking the second game, going up 2-1. He wants to get into that losers finals against LT, but let's see how JasonKido responds.
JasonKido actually electing to start with Dormammu on point this time, trying to just set up, get those charges set up and everything. Does have the rain, gets massive damage on Vergil, takes away a third of his life. He will be able to recover that though as long as he stays in the back and isn't called again. Morgan getting to confirm off the air throw with the hidden missiles, going into the Dr. Doom TAC Infinite. Will he be able to finish this?
Oh, we've seen multiple times KJ goes for the TAC and then just does a second TA. Oh, got a hit. That was actually a unique outcome because JasonKido, against a lot of these Dooms using photons there against him, has elected to use the grounded Lariat as the response to that for when they DHC early. But this time, it looks like was in the air, got caught by the photons, maybe was rising with the button, and is going to lose the Haggar, leaving his Dormammu Magneto with plenty meter to work with, but still the challenge of fighting Morrigan, Doom, Vergil that has essentially lost 0 life in that entire situation.
And Morgan was still in fly there, so she was not going to get punished by the Shockwave after the Stalking Flare. Goes into another Shockwave, straight into another Stalking Flare. Burning 4 bars in an instant is JasonKido, trying to establish those mix-ups with the teleports, building charges in the meantime. Pillars on pillars. Oh, just 1 pillar, psych. And we only have 2 charges built right now, 1 red, 1 blue, but still trying to mount the offense with the Disruptor assist.
KJ's been playing immaculately this entire set and has gotten so many opportunities where he's just playing the slow war of attrition and is willing to take it. Looks like Jason's getting the opportunity to set up hands this time, and when the Astral is active, hands are a little less valuable because your chances of getting hit in the back by a Soul Drain are a bit higher, but looks like he's not going to get the chance to use those hands at all, and now it's up to solo Magneto. Let's see if the 2020 anchor... Wow! All of those things confirmed together. And ended up taking all of KJ's resources. Now it's just like the hit on Doom. JasonKido, so terrifying with this. He's going to be able to... Oh no!
Didn't attraction into it, and was that a clean punish?
I don't think so, but... KJ, brilliant work that set, was able to fight previous champion multiple times, JasonKido.
LT should be able to close out the set. But like you were saying, it's all going to be about the 99-second air throw here. Is KJMASTA going to commit to the air? And we did see that, but LT unfortunately did not get the air throw that time.
That was interesting. KJMASTA adjusted to it by throwing out air jab, which I think is like 4 frames or something. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but it's an incredibly fast move and was able to catch LT coming up to try and get him. So very nice adjustment by KJMASTA. Recognized what the problem was in the first set and then made the adjustment. But didn't get the confirm needed to kill Nova, and as long as any of LT's characters are alive, very likely to put in that damage, wants to get that run back and get back into grand finals against Romora, and is eager to kill Morrigan to make that happen faster if possible.
Yeah, for sure. We're definitely going to expect to see if LT gets the next hit this time, he will be snapping in that Vergil, trying to eliminate the contingency plan and just force KJMASTA to try to earn a hard-earned reverse OCV with Dr. Doom. But he's got to build that bar first.
I think there's also the chance for going for the infinite, though. I feel like KJ is playing much more on point than the first time they played, so I feel like that's a little bit more of a risk for LT than they anticipate, and it looks like going for a lot of those overheads, none of them ending up doing what was necessary. And now X Factor is used, KJ has resources available, takes off half of Doom, but is pressing a button when the Bionic Lancer comes out. This is looking actually pretty even between them because there's still half of X Factor left, but if a hard read like a full screen grapple happens, this could be the end of Vergil and leave KJ with only a solo Doom against the entirety of LT's team. Oh, he's going for style points instead of win points, and sometimes that's okay. Ended up working out this time. It looks like LT has a very high priority on getting these infinites going. Let's see if there's any more or just kills off Doom.
Oh yeah, he's definitely going for it. As soon as you see the Bionic Bomber into the the Centurion Arts extension, you definitely know he's going for it at this point. Unfortunately, he got five or six reps of it, so not bad. But unfortunately, that is not enough to run out the clock or kill Dr. Doom. So KJMASTA still has a chance. Unfortunately, when he butter guns while he's still in flight, he's a victim to everything. He can't unfly there.
Oh, poor KJ. But let's see. KJ needs to maintain composure because a lot of people, when somebody does something to style on them, they lose their composure and they start playing more aggressive. But he made good adjustments with his Morrigan in comparison with the last game. Let's see what he's able to do this time in order to keep it up. It seems like that game, Spencer was the problem. He was able to fight Nova much better than in their previous set. And this time, he's able to actually even get a drain on him. This is looking much better for KJ, but the Spencer was the problem. What's he going to do when Spencer starts swinging?
And he's got that gravimetric pulse set up to eat all those missiles, trying to... Oh, unfortunately fell into the soul drain, so he loses a lot of bar there. KJMASTA already getting the other Astrovision set up, and no high-speed tackle. Great confirm from KJMASTA on the air-to-air. Spencer coming in on the other side because of the body hop a little too early. And ends up getting air thrown, but LT is not able to get the confirm. He will from super jump height, though.
Very nice work, showing that his Spencer is the problem, is going to be able to get that bionic maneuvers for the perfect timing for the incoming, too. Let's see if Doom survives this. Goes for the zip up, and KJ holding back, does the correct amount of holding back to not die, and gets the opportunity to get Vergil in. I think Spencer just falls to his Doom there. Oh, not quite a punish, but must have pressed something afterwards because KJ got to get in. I think X Factor should be invested. Instead goes for the TAC. Doesn't need to invest X Factor. May not even need to invest any meter if he hits the links for the infinite. Does not, but gets the reset immediately afterwards. The threat of Spencer is going to be eliminated. It's going to be up to LiberalTerminator's Doom. His Doom puts in a lot of work, though. Do you think he's going to be able to take out both the Doom bot that is impersonating him and this Vergil?
Looks like LT is going to lose his Doom at this point. Going to be going into the best super. Shout out to the black work. And then finishing off with the Sphere of Flame. KJMASTA tying it up 1-1.
Very nice work to KJMASTA. And just also great work on adjusting, because in the first set that they played, his Morrigan just didn't get to play almost any of the games. And this time his Morrigan has gotten rid of a character each game, essentially, even on the one that he lost. Oh, and immediate mash crouch light afterwards. Like a good Morrigan, make sure that they can run into hitboxes when you're protected from anywhere their assist can touch.
I thought that was about to go into State Farm song when I heard but anyways, Morrigan scrambling right now. We're finally reaching the point that we were supposed to see at the 99-second mark that LT was going for the entire time, which was the air throw. Morrigan is going to be taking a lot of damage here, which is not great, especially since KJMASTA essentially threw in the contingency plan at that point to keep Morrigan alive when the jump S from the top ropes was coming. And Spencer's going to kill Morrigan and probably not even have to worry about the OTG. Oh, sorry, we have to worry about the OTG, but it didn't even kill on the wall kick. So we're getting on incoming with the Dr. Doom. Great ground throw from KJMASTA, trying to mount a counter offense after losing character and X Factor.
Has level 3 and DHC available. I think that it's best to go into sword loops here, because killing Spencer is necessary. There are enough resources available to make it happen. Let's see if KJ is going to do the correct combo to get rid of this character and all the threats that he provides. Gets on the additional swords, has another meter on deck, could just keep it simple, keeps it not simple enough and is going to get punched in the back. X Factor is available but not used. Looks like LT is conserving that there. Oh, is going to kill off Doom, and oh, it does not kill off Doom, but kills off Vergil, then Doom. Sorry, I'm so sorry for lying to you, stream.
But the gravimetric pulse is there to chip out the Dr. Doom, and LT goes up 2-1 on match point right now. Can KJMASTA try to find a way to not get air thrown?
It's tough. He had done it the last couple games, but LT making the adjustments on the adjustments, figuring out what KJ adjusts in his movement and make sure to hit where he's going to be with those throws. This is going to be the end of Morrigan, and it leaves Spencer in that ideal situation for the incoming mix-up on Doom. Are we going to see a hit? Is this going to be the survival of Dr. Doom on incoming? Is this going to be the survival of Dr. Doom on incoming into a Zipfinite? Oh no, KJ's been very good at pressing buttons at the right time with Doom on the incoming mix-ups. He's gotten, I think each of these games, he's gotten either a throw or a hit on his own, like, Doom's incoming when he's in a scary situation and might die.
Yeah, 100%. He's definitely been relying on that hard kick option select. Definitely either gotten the throw or the hard kick. LT might be able to take advantage of that later in the set if we do see a Game 5 here. But right now, KJMASTA is trying to get it to Game 5 at the moment. Goes for the fake TAC reset after trying to go for so many double TACs. Gets the hit on Vergil, though, with the high-speed tackle. And X Factor into the air dash up for the confirm. That is going to be a dead Vergil, and Dr. Doom is the last character left. Can KJMASTA make this comeback, or will he suffer to the incoming? Blocks it. Hard kick.
My gosh.
No dash cancel.
Goes for that last-minute photons, but the sad thing is, because X Factor's on, they don't even do the minimal chip damage that they normally do. But KJ gets a hit, and this is all that's needed to turn it into something. The hard kick in between the combo. Will this mix-up be enough to kill LT? It will. Gets the throw, has level 3 on deck. He's going to need to do something relatively optimal for level 3 to kill, but maybe this is just enough. Doesn't even need to do anything complex. Gets
yeah,
the
luckily
kill.
since he got the since he got the forward throw, he's able to get 3 full Doom reps, and that was just enough to be able to get the level 3 to kill.
Very nice work. Now it's down to the final game of Losers Finals. Both of these players really insistent. They're like, we know that Romora is a great player, won EVO, want to prove that we can do even better. Looks like these air throws are just like, LT has the answer for when KJ wants to take to the air again. KJ had figured it out for a couple of games how to avoid things, but the adjustments have been made. But the adjustments weren't enough last game. Vergil was enough to take it. Now, using that Helm Breaker, but doesn't block the head, it's very challenging to, you can't do a reaction block for Nova's overheads. You need to block high as the default and then low on reaction. But that time, I guess KJ making the hard read to block low and got punched.
I was honestly going to just, like, if LT could have hurt me, I was going to be like, just reset him into another air throw at that point. I was honestly anticipating the ground throw instead of the overhead there with Nova on Vergil, but KJMASTA ended up eating the overhead. Right now, he does have the Morrigan in Astral Vision. X Factor 2 is starting to run out, though, so he's kind of on a timer. Got hit in the gut. Unfortunately, was no confirm, and so Nova goes down.
Oh, I think the TAC is coming. Do you think it'll get broken? Oh no, LT also thought the TAC was coming, and KJ was ready for it, going with the TAC break counter, and because of that, the second time the TAC is gone for, it entirely works. KJ now taking back this opportunity and putting out those photons, getting into Astral. Even with X Factor 3, I think Doom's at disadvantage here.
Yeah, for sure. Already getting hit by 3 Soul Fists. Already down to like 55% life. Not much opportunity at the moment. Still has X Factor though. Morgan has been pressed to the corner. Here comes the Shadow Servant. Can X Factor get the punish? But Sphere of Flame's going to come down. Can he get the air throw? Unfortunately, air dashes down back and has the Sphere of Flame actually hit him. Still has him in the corner. Oh, hit Morrigan, though, and he's going to get punished on the recovery of the foot dive. No confirm, though. Dr. Doom is still alive. Still has level 3 X Factor. Does not get hit by the foot dive. Building meter with the Dark Harmonizer assist. Got to be careful with that. LT will probably get the punish. KJMASTA hits the foot dive, though, as LT overcommits. And KJMASTA is going to go to Grand Finals as he eliminates LiberalTerminator.
Congratulations to KJMASTA.
Significant. I've seen this matchup specifically. But this is two completely different players. Romora, KJMASTA on loser side. And let's see how it happens.
And KJ manages to get the opportunity to get started, sets up Astral safely enough to get moving, but then Zero gets missiles on screen as well and is able to get the hit on Morrigan, has the meter advantage, and even though KJ was an Astral, he was getting pressured that entire time.
Yeah, managed to get the hit and going to be going straight into the lightning loops. Biblioteca is coming out. Time to read all of the books right now. Get educated. While you're just waiting for Morgan to die, Dr. Doom is about to come in. And like I said, this mix-up is terrible. And probably going to be snapping in Vergil soon after.
I think that Romora is one of the ones who will sometimes just kill in order. Oh, no, you're right. Going for the snap this time. And it is worth it. Gets the hit on Vergil. Is going to be able to take him out. And because Vergil is not a very healthy boy, he's going to have, or Romora is going to have all the resources left over to use whatever he needs to in neutral against Dr. Doom. And the matchup's already hard for Doom. The matchup's much harder for Doom when Zero chooses to Sogenmu.
Yeah, going to be able to stall over the Photon Array. Unfortunately, KJMASTA was not able to get it confirmed there off of the Plasma Beam. Goes into the Photon Array here. Stalling, and will be able to come down with the Pizza Cutter, and unfortunately run straight into the foot dive afterwards. KJMASTA possibly making this comeback.
It's very possible. Going for that. And Romora making the adjustment. We saw when a lot of people earlier were just DHCing immediately after the first couple of photons come out. But Romora waited to make sure that KJMASTA was in block stun so he couldn't level 3 when Vergil came in with the DHC. Very nice work to Romora in approaching the matchup decently.
For sure. Let's see how KJMASTA can try to combat this at the start of the round. Trying to establish the pressure right now. Hidden missiles coming down. Got his own hidden missiles established. Unfortunately, got ate up by the Rapid Slash and Buster that subsequently followed. And we're going to see the, like I was saying previously, the cancellation of the install supers with, typically when you see an Astral Vision come out on one side, you'll see the Sogenmu on the other side try to time it out and essentially neutralize it. Zero currently up in the War of Attrition right now, has already reached his first bar again. And Astral Vision comes out. We're going to see another Sogenmu on the other side. We do not run straight into the shell kick, and KJMASTA might see the opportunity that he needs in order to take game 2.
Oh, leaving Zero with the pixel, but the Soul Drain ended up catching Romora's assist, which is a pretty huge deal because it means he doesn't have a good DHC available there and needed to do the dry tag to Doom. And KJ now has Astral on deck for the Doom matchup. Romora's just stalling, but this is a pretty, oh no, that could have gone incredibly bad for Romora. KJ making the adjustments in this next game, but is KJ going to be able to snap out that Vergil or do something about it? Because we have seen Romora win plenty of games with just Vergil, so even if the Doom gets taken out here, he is still in a position where he's incredible.
Oh, and terrible raw tag from Romora's side as Vergil is left within an inch of his life and forced to just raw tag back into Doom because he lost enough health to where Doom was actually healthier. Doom ends up going down. Vergil barely has any health left. It forced the X Factor and managed to get all the way to the other side of Morrigan with a confirm. No, unfortunately, no confirm. Does stab her straight through the stomach with a stinger, though.
And with that, sometimes all you need is that one hit. Romora gets it, is not building any meter, but still has X Factor on deck for this mix-up. Is Dark Vergil's damage fast enough? It is going to be fast enough to take it. And with the last 0.2 seconds of X Factor, Romora takes game 2 over KJMASTA. You need to kill this character, Airborne. There's no letting Vergil survive and having a good day.
Absolutely not. Romora is running through KJMASTA right now like the Digimon meta is currently being OTK decks, just clearing all the security and then going for game after building up the stack. Romora is trying to run through this tournament as he knows I'm trying to eat dinner.
Very nice work, Romora, doing it for the people, trying to digivolve from EVO winning champion to TNS and EVO winning champion for this next season. But KJ getting hit with his Morrigan a lot more this time. In the previous matchup, the Morrigan had been doing work, and then it was just like the Vergil came back. This time, Remora's Zero is much more on point, taking Morrigan down to within a pixel, and then the missiles finish her off. She's already bleeding. Is this going to be a 3-0 in Grand Finals, Airborne?
This might be, after all, correctly walling off Morrigan and then just making Doom suffer the mix-up right now. KJMASTA needs to block this onslaught of mix-ups. Unfortunately, though, when you X-Factor against Zero on incoming, sometimes you still can't even tell what it is. And at that point, you might just have to admit defeat. And we're probably just going to go straight into the Genmu Zero, and we're going to end it there. Romora takes it 3-0 over KJMASTA, showing why he is the 2022 EVO champ.